Okay, this is for Andy and Cody. I thought I'd make a video on sort of basically how the kitchen has ended up after, losing pretty much endless hours of my life and swearing a lot and stressing out and rah rah rah. It's kind of finished, I guess. So I'll just give you a bit of a rundown on what we did. So basically the old kitchen that was in there was completely stripped out and thrown down a hole. The old kitchen had the oven over there with the fridges, the sink by that far window, the microwave where the oven is now, and a bench coming out from that pantry sort of halfway across, and then there was a pantry over there by that wall. So you can get an idea of how much ripping out of the kitchen had to happen. But apart from the install of the kitchen cabinetry and the tops, and the laying of the floor and the tiling job, everything else I did myself. All of the painting and all of the plumbing and all of the wiring I did myself. So it's probably the thing that I'm most proud of, because it's all working now. I'll take you for a bit of a tour. So when we ripped up the original flooring, obviously there's two completely lazy dogs there. When we ripped up the original flooring, it was just too far gone. So I went for this sort of laid down look floor. Each panel was individually laid down, and it gives it that really nice timber look, old timber look. And when I found that I really liked that, I thought a lighter shade up, because the cabinetry was all what they call snowdrift white, and I just wanted to break that up a bit. So I got the same product as running up the front of the island there, and it's the same type of board, which I've just glued all that in. It's quite a time-consuming job, but it's a really nice effect to run that board up the walls there. You can see too there that I've added little power points there with USB chargers, so that kids can charge their phones while they're sitting there having breakfast or whatever they like to do. Over there is the new oven, which has now got a gas top instead of electricity, so I plumbed in all the gas, and there's a bottle outside for that. That window was all completely re-trimmed. I added all the timber trim right down there, and I wanted to continue on the sort of the black and white theme, so I went with the cast iron handles, black slate top, which you can sort of see has got a really nice effect in it, coming up gloss white tiles, and then black sills on the window. So I made those window sills actually old tantalized timber, which I sanded back and did it in a gloss black. Then over here, same with this window here, I had to make all new surrounds and that for this window, so I went with the black again, and then did the black kickboard. I don't know if you can see along the bottom there. Yeah, and then the black, and then this timber. This is recycled timbers out of my brother's house. It was actually out of Jasmine's bedroom, and there were old kickboards from around the bottom, and they were made of timber, but they had about 300 layers of paint on them. So I spent hours and hours stripping all the paint off, and then adding a lot of sanding and urethane varnish to get that really nice timber look. I needed to throw a bit of timber around, otherwise it was just going to be too much white. There's a Holden steering wheel horn centre there, which I've made a tower rack out of. It's kind of different. There's the dishwasher now, is in the island, and the microwave over there. There's the black chrome tap, which I love, with the porcelain handles, and if you turn it on, it's got the cool glowing LED light thing coming out. There's the new lamp that I chose. I wanted something sort of modern but not too over the top modern that cast a nice light, so I wired all that in myself. That was quite a mission. Over here's the new fridge, which I had to add a water line for, because the ice maker that's in it is an automatic one, so it runs off a line to it. I added an extra power point in the end of the island here, so that if Leonie's got a bread maker or something like that on there, she can use that whenever she needs to. And I really liked the way the whole stainless steel and the white and black theme was working. So what I did was, anywhere that I did a PowerPoint that was well seen, I did like a silver front, and then did a black surround, and then the white. I'll just get the old Mary Angel off there. So that's quite cool. That's come up there quite well. I guess the favourite thing is my door. The old original door that was there was a real crappy old original wooden door. It was falling to bits. It was rotten. The cat door was rooted. It was drafty. And so when I replaced it, I wanted something really weatherproof and something that just looked really cool. So that's not an off-the-shelf door. I got that custom made. It cost a little bit more money, but I really had an idea in my head on what I wanted. I wanted a more of a colonial look with really thick transom. That's called a transom in the middle. I wanted that really thick and not sort of weak ass looking. So it's all double glazed. That panel's double glazed with a cat door in the middle, and then yeah, and that glass is a new type of glass. It's only just come out like literally months ago. It's called Water Cube. I really like the way it chucks the colour around. So that's double glazed Water Cube in there. Obviously continuing the black and white theme, so I went with a black handle. Yeah, I don't really know what else much else to say about it. The top itself, that top there weighs about 200 kilograms. So when I was under the house doing all the plumbing and swearing and getting spiders out of my collar, I realised that the floor actually only had one pile under it, which I thought was a bit weak. So I added 4 extra piles under the house, which was a bit of a mission. So there's a pile under the house now on each corner of that to give it more strength. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, also that timber surround on that door, they were out of George's room when Carl did his house up, and that's really nice remu, and it was a bit knocked around and had like 300 layers of paint on it. So I stripped all the paint off, and then what I did was to give it that upcycled sort of scarred up look, I attacked it with a chain, which created little dents in it, and then I filled all those little dents in with like a black resin, and then spent hours and hours just putting endless coats of varnish on it, and it's given it that real sort of upcycled, recycled look. So I'm pretty sort of happy with that. Anyway, just the rest of the house to go now, but I think it's looking pretty reasonable. Pug! Jeffro! Wake up, you lazy ass.